Hey all, Rightplan here from NovaGamer, and as you can see, we are doing our second video on Path of the Exile. So this is me now at level 31, as opposed to where we left off, which was, I believe, below 10. Um, Answer a quick few questions that we had in the first video, because the first video was literally the first 15 minutes we've seen the game. So to answer the big question we had, boom, there it is. Map is tab, so you can bring the map up at any time just by tabbing it on and off. You can also change these if there's something that you would prefer, obviously, in the settings here under options. So you can easily do that. Still, microtransaction, which is M, has not caused a problem in the game where you can't do something in the game without purchasing it. So that's still working out great. So we still have a free-to-play game, which is awesome. I'll show you the other shortcuts here. C brings up your character, which pretty much gives you a breakdown of everything. So these are all my offensive. This is my miscellaneous, so I'm up to 67 magic find, or sorry, increased rarity. It works the same way as magic find does in Diablo. Your charges and your defense. I don't have high defense stats, but because of my spec, you'll see why. And for instance, I can go to Frost Nova and see that I'm doing 125 damage per second on that now, which, as opposed to me doing Fireball, doing 147.2, but that's only to a single target and a little bit of splash damage. But if I go to, I don't really use any other caster ones than that. Oh, here, that's only 54.5. So what I'll go over with here is my spec to give you guys a quick breakdown on that. So if I go over my spec, you'll see here that I'm going pretty much the way I designed this wizard, and if you guys like it, feel free to steal it. I'm going to go over them really quickly, so feel free to pause this at any time if you really want to see the gear I have in detail, as well as the spec. I'll try to go a little bit slow with the scrolling so you can quickly pause the video and see how I have something set up if you like this spec. So this is my weapon that I have. I've been working hard at it, and it's actually working out quite well for me. I've added these 3 sockets into it. I got the actual Frost Nova. Then I added a 1 to 15 lightning damage to my Frost Nova because they're linked right here, as you can see. And then they're linked again with a 33% chance to gain a power charge on critical strike. So if you go down here to my Frost Nova, you'll see that all those are added to my Frost Nova now. So it's quite good, quite good. I have my helm, which adds plus level 1 to my minions, and I put my 2 major minion gems in there, so my spectrals and my zombies. Spectrals is this little blue guy running around here, which I'll show you in better detail in a sec. And then this little guy here is my other minion that's not my zombies, which he's not that strong, but he's a good, basically, piece of meat out there for them to beat on and not hit me, so he still helps. So that's my helm, and then the rest of it is pretty much heavy damage / heavy magic find, or sorry, increased rarity. So if you guys want to take a look, pause this once again at any time. I'm just going to briefly go over them here so you can see what they are. As you can see, all my gem slots are completely filled up. Even if you're not using that skill, you should still completely fill up the gem slots with gems you might use in the future or that you feel like leveling, because they will only level if you have it equipped, and even if you're not using that skill, they still level, so it's very important. So that is pretty much a breakdown of my gear there. And then this is my skill tree. So as you can see, I'm going heavy radius as of effect, heavy frost damage, and heavy mana regen. Then I went as heavy as I could int, but I did have to put some strength on because some of the gear I had wasn't, basically I didn't have enough strength to wear it, so I had to add some strength in here. So this is pretty much the whole skill tree. I'll just scroll over it really slow here. Feel free to pause here at any time if you like the spec I have. And it goes all the way up to here. So this is where I've stopped so far. I will make more videos later on when I get the skill tree bigger, unless the spec starts to be terrible later on. I'm trying to right now work towards a second aura, because you can actually have 2 auras. For instance, this one here, mana reserved 180. So it uses 180 of my mana, which is this grayed out area here, to keep that aura on. Now if I put another one on there, like my fire one, it will make it so that The fire one uses 60% of your mana, so it would take 60% of this way, so I'd only have this little sliver of mana left, not enough to cast a spell. So I'd have 2 auras on, but I wouldn't be able to cast anything, and then I'd be relying 100% on my minions, which you don't want to do, because if they die, you don't want to die quickly. So I'm working to get my mana up there higher so that I can have 2 auras, so it'd be pretty good. But that is pretty much the breakdown of how I've spec'd so far. We'll kill some monsters here so you can see the difference between when I first started compared to how quickly I can kill now. As you saw before, it was like single target slaughtering the small monsters one by one, to you'll see what I'm doing now. So once again, if you didn't see the difference in how the spec progresses and what you're working towards, go watch the first 15 minutes video that we made there on Path of Exile, and you can see exactly how much this has changed, and the game is progressing quickly. I don't know if I can go in here yet. No, that's still locked. So let's find a location. I haven't killed something yet, which looks like up here. So I'll use my speed boost here. I'm hoping we can find a really big group of monsters. Here we go. There'll be some in here. Alright, come out, wherever you are. Here we go. So all I do is I run in, put down my taunt totems, so they all go after that first, and then AoE like crazy. And there you have it. All of them dead, down to just one. And that's how you kill them quickly. My minions are still alive. So what you wanted to do, this minion here is my little sword and shield guy here. He dies pretty quickly, so I don't worry about him too much. My Spectre, very easy to replace. You just go over whatever minion you want, so I liked these guys, for instance. So I can, oops, 1 second here. Kill these guys first, so they don't bother me in the middle of this. So as you can see, the spec works really great. So now I got 2 minions dead. For this spec to work, you need to have high minions. So you want to keep bringing them back up. So I'll go W on this guy. Now I got him as this new Spectre. So that's all you got to do to bring those back up. They're very quick. That's why I added those and my zombies to my helm, because they're very quick. Keep your zombies going because they're great defense for you. Put down another taunt totem and go to town again. And then taunt totem. And then go to town again. So you can see my 3 zombies are really strong now. They're normally the last ones alive. Pull up another one of those, and now this, still haven't gotten, you can't do it with quivers. It has to be a sword to get that guy up. Here, let's go right in here. I like to try to get big groups, because 1 or 2 is just a waste of my time. Now if you want, the reason why I have the Enfeeble is if you have something that's a really hard damaging minions coming at you, you can use Enfeeble and make them stronger. Sorry, make them weaker so their attacks do less. So that's Enfeeble right here. And that's a quick cast. So I'll get rid of the map and show you Enfeeble here. So if I want to do him, I have it set to left click, so I can just left click on him and anything in that circle will get Enfeeble. And it reduces the damage they do. So that's why you can see I don't have the Guardian, the animated Guardian. I don't have him any bonuses because, as you can see, here's an ancient sword. Now I got this sword wandering around. So he's back, but he's just a sword right now. He'll die really fast. And it just takes too long to make him for the amount of times he dies, but he's just a good, basically, meat shield to stop you from dying as quickly. I'll kill 1 or 2 more packs here just so you can see that it does work pretty much every single time. The only issue I've actually had with this so far was one time I had a boss that I had to kill, and that boss didn't spawn any new minions. So it made it really difficult for me to keep my minions up. It was a bit of a longer fight, but I just had to kite a bit, and still doable. It was just a little more difficult than just running in and slaughtering like I am right now. But I've killed 3 or 4 boss fights now that were major ones, and haven't had any issues with any other ones, just that one. Ooh, I want the archer instead. There you have it. So as you can see, you hardly had to pay attention half the time. Like, I'm chatting right now, stopping and talking and everything, and I'm still slaughtering stuff without trying, because my zombies just run in and slaughter everything. And they're so easy to get another 3 zombies up. But there you have it. So that's how much Path of Exile has been changing for us so far. I will make more videos later on when we get further into the game. Hopefully by the time I get to top level, or at least closer to top level, I'll get some more out to show you how much the spec has improved, or if I changed it completely because it wasn't working anymore. But let us know what you think of the spec. Let us know if you tried this one and you found something else that works better, so we can try that out. If you guys have any other questions about this spec or this game in particular, or anything we haven't shown you in the video so far that you want us to show you, just let us know in the comments below and we'll get that done for you. Or at least get our best shot to get it done as quick as possible. Any other games you want to see from us, feel free to let us know. You can contact us on Google+, Facebook, Twitter, pretty much all of it. YouTube, we got it all. And you can also always come to our website at NovaGamer.net, and we have a contact us button there, so we'll get straight to the emails and help you out as quick as possible. That's it from us. Hope everybody had great holidays, and as always, happy gaming.